Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us. And by us, I mean me and my co-host.
Hello, guys. This is going to be a good one.
This is the video that everyone has been waiting for. What is going on with the RV? See, the last video, we almost told you what was going on with the RV. You watched us move out, and then we left you on a cliffhanger. And that's because we had two choices. One, it was gonna go to a shop to be inspected and or repaired. Or two, we potentially had a buyer to buy it as is. So which one did we go with, Alicia?
Dun, dun, dun. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna make you wait just a little bit longer because I think we need to talk about those two options for anybody who may have missed the last video.
Option one, we took the advice of all you guys out there and we reached out to our insurance company and we talked about the claim that was canceled, and they agreed to let us open it back up and at least proceed with getting the RV inspected to see if there's any damage that occurred because of an accident or something besides just normal use. So they agreed to let us choose a shop and take it there and have it inspected. That's all they agreed to. They never actually agreed to pay for the inspection. They just agreed to take the next step, which is to take the RV somewhere and have it looked at.
And that turned out to be quite the task. Finding someone that was able to inspect it in a timely manner, able to fix it should they find things that needed to be fixed, and that was willing to let us film. That was a huge task, and we finally found a shop that was going to allow for all of that.
We found a shop here in Texas that was okay with us filming the entire process, documenting everything, and they were gonna let us bring you guys along and show you the entire process. That was option one, and we were set up to do that. We were actually moving out of the RV to get it prepared to go there so they could tear it apart and have a look at it. And then option two, we were trying to sell the RV as is, in the condition it is, broken, and we were asking just for payoff.
We had put it out there that we would sell it as is for whatever we owed, and in the beginning we got a lot of interest. Some of them were scammers. They wanted to pay us with Walmart credit cards, or wanted us to pay them for some reason with Walmart credit cards. Don't know how that works. Some wanted us, which would have been a really great idea, to put our RV on their property and use it as an Airbnb. Unfortunately, those people that reached out to us for that option, they were just a little too far away. So say something broke in the RV or we needed to give the RV some attention, we weren't going to be right there to be able to fix that. So we decided not to go with those two options.
And then there were the tire kickers. We had about 100 people email us and they wanted to give us 15 to 20 grand for the RV, and they would take it as is. And we actually considered taking a loss on the RV, but we weren't going to take a loss of 25 to 30 grand to get rid of it. So ultimately, we had a lot of people interested in the RV, but we didn't have a serious buyer. That was until the last video. When we started filming the video about us moving out, we were already on day 2 or 3 of our serious buyer, and it appeared as though they might have what it takes to buy it, because we had a loan out. We have to go through a bank. They need to get paid off. There's a transfer of title, all those kind of things. We're not just meeting in a parking lot and exchanging title and cash. We actually have to go through the appropriate channels.
So that's why we left you guys on a cliffhanger. It was because we didn't quite have the answer yet. All we knew is that we were moving out and we were taking it somewhere no matter what. So either it was going to get inspected and or repaired, or it was going to a new home with someone buying it as is.
Drum roll, please. Which option do we choose? Man, guys, have y'all seen how good this field looks? That is a good looking field, isn't it?
It's a pretty field, I'm telling you.
That is the best looking of best fields I've ever seen.
That's a good one. It's almost as good as that work truck.
What were we talking about again?
Can't remember.
All right, guys, I'll finally tell you.
Here, let me
we went with option 3, a new one. No, I'm playing.
No. We absolutely did not do that.
We went with option 2. We sold the RV as is to an individual, and it's going to a permanent lot somewhere.
It went to its new owner, and best of all, we were able to get payoff for it, so we weren't upside down in this. And for us, that was best case scenario.
Now you know that we no longer own the RV, and you're probably going, why did you not get inspected? Well, we went back and forth because I did want to get it inspected. I did want to get it looked at. I'm not actually sure I wanted it repaired because we've covered that in several videos, that we just don't trust the RV anymore. So really getting repaired was not a long-term solution for us.
Right, it was going to be a long wait, A, to get it fixed because it's not a quick fix, and B, it was going to be very costly to get it fixed. C, there was no guarantee that a fix was going to be a fix and that it wasn't going to happen again.
That's right. The shop that we found even told us straight up, I do not recommend you repair this RV. He goes, we will do it. We will take your money. It's going to be about 100 hours, which he told me Grand Design was pretty much on point with the estimation. It was going to end up being $22,000, $23,000 to get it repaired. And that is most likely going to be our cost because ultimately he said likely the insurance is not going to cover any of this. And so we would be on the hook for that, which is why it was very important that we were allowed to film because, well, we wanted to recover as much money as we could from YouTube. But there is no way I'm going to get enough views on us tearing our camper apart and fixing it to pay for the repair because there simply is not that many people viewing views. There's not that many people watching an RV get repaired to ever pay for a $22,000 repair.
And on top of that, even though they said they could fix it, he said be prepared that within a year's time, you're probably going to be back to the shop with new problems that have shown up. So for us, spending the money to fix it and then having new problems show up, it just isn't an investment that was worth it.
Now, to touch on that, he said if you continue to use the RV the way we've been using it, now we could have got it repaired and never moved it again, and probably never would have had a problem. But he says if you want to travel like you have been traveling, repairing this is not the solution because it will come back. But the good thing about it is he was very excited about showing the entire process. He was going to work with me to have his shop show me every step. We were going to be able to film everything and document everything. He was all about that because he thinks it's interesting to show and he thinks the world should know what these frames really look like. And I really wanted to make these videos because I kind of wanted to show everybody what is really going on with the frame. But at the end of the day, we had to look at it. If it gets repaired, are we going to go back on the road? No, we've done address that. We're probably never going to go back on the road, at least not in that RV. And we've kind of already moved on with our lives. Like, we've already kind of sort of got settled. So fixing the RV for the sake of fixing it was almost like spending money just to say we fixed it, but the end result is we were never going to use the RV the way we've been using it. And then it became kind of a, well, now it kind of feels like we're just doing it to make YouTube videos to show how bad the RV is. And honestly, I'm kind of tired of talking about the RV.
Right. Well, and on top of that, because you do have your ranching job now, we weren't going to be available 24/7 to make the drive or to stay in a hotel to film the videos because it's a long fix. It was what, 4 to 6 weeks, I think, to get it fixed. So that would be a lot of filming and a lot of editing that we would have to do, and we simply just don't have the time.
So that is the shop option. While we did want to get it repaired and film the entire process, ultimately the goal was not to ever go traveling again. It was just to have it repaired so we could say it was repaired because frankly, we probably want to sell it anyway because we would never travel with it the way we travel with it. But we would love to sell the RV in a condition that could travel, but big asterisks, been broken, been repaired. And really, if you spend $22,000, will you ever get that money back in a sales price? So that's why we were hoping option 2 would work out, sell it as is for what we owe and wash our hands of it. And the reason this became the most sense is because potentially once we film those videos and take that RV apart and it's disassembled and it's all torn down, now we have an RV that we have to give the man money to put back together and to fix. Because there was no promise that the insurance would pay for any of this. It was just an idea to move forward the next step and then we'll see where it goes from here. So we could have made a step that would have cost us potentially 22 grand, or we can wash our hands of this RV today. Well, actually, it was about 2 weeks ago. We could wash our hands of the RV and be free and clear. No more issues, no more frame flicks, no more talking about what's going on.
Continuing to talk about this negative topic of our broken RV was literally dragging us down. We're happy for the strides it made in the industry and that we pray it's making changes from the top down so that this doesn't affect future people. But honestly, we're sick of talking about it. So moving on and washing our hands of it, I think was just the best thing we could do for ourselves.
Now I know some of you guys are just learning about the RV being gone for the first time just now. Well, me and Alecia, we've kind of known the RV is going to be gone and out of our life for about 4 months. And we've kind of been hinting at it to you guys in the videos. Never actually came out and said it, but we kind of made it pretty clear that even if the RV didn't go away, we would never be traveling in the RV. Well, now the RV has gone away for good. We no longer are owners of a Grand Design Momentum.
And it is sad. Like, we've read your comments. Like, a lot of you have been with us since we started traveling. And it's sad to say goodbye to that chapter and to let go. But it's also super exciting to see what path is going to be laid before us in the future and what we're going to get to adventure together going forward.
That brings us to our next topic. You guys have been asking several more questions since we moved out, and we'd like to address them. You know, have a conversation between us and you. What's the first one, Alecia?
Are you going to be buying another RV if you sell yours?
The answer is 100% no, we are not. We are not going to be buying another RV. We're not even interested in any new RV or an old RV. I don't want an RV in my life for a little while. I kind of need an RV break.
And it's not to say we won't ever RV again. I just think when you go so hard for that many years, like 3+ years, and you end on this experience, you just need a break. So right now we're gonna take a breather from RV life, and we're just gonna say no RV in the foreseeable future.
Here's the next question that got asked by several people when you saw us moving out. You said, of course you were overweight. Look at all the things you just took out of your RV. Well, we've already addressed it several times. We've weighed the RV several times on the channel, and we've shown you that it's under 20,000 pounds, even with all of our stuff in it. I know it's hard to believe, but we were under 20,000 pounds on the RV. But I was curious because several of y'all said it would be nice to know what the RV weighed when you were empty.
And just for a little context, if you saw our moving out video, you'll see we started with like maybe 5 boxes. I don't know, I grossly underestimated how many boxes it was gonna take to get our things out. Our kids literally have hundreds of stuffed animals. So all of those bags that you saw going out, probably, I don't know, 60% of it was stuffed animals or plastic toys. You can't tell me that we were overweight because of stuffed animals and plastic toys when the toy hauler is rated to carry side-by-sides, golf carts, motorcycles. I guarantee you our kids' toys did not weigh that. And also something we didn't touch on in the moving out video is that the RV had kind of become our storage unit. Because we were at Phil and Lolo's house for the past 4 months, we kind of took some things out of their house, put it into the RV to make more room for us while we were there. So it wasn't just our things that we were moving out, but when you don't have proper storage boxes and you're trying to move out in trash bags, it just becomes a lot of loads. It doesn't necessarily mean that there was too much stuff or that it was too heavy. There was just a lot of bags because our kids love toys.
So, to answer your question, I weighed the RV when it was completely empty. I mean, I'm talking like empty. Nothing in it. No mattresses, nothing. The RV weighed 17,520 pounds unloaded. That seems heavy, doesn't it? Yes, it does, Kevin. It seems very heavy. So the sticker on the side of my trailer says it's supposed to weigh 16,332 pounds. And we are roughly 1,100 pounds and some change over what the unloaded vehicle weight on the sticker on the side of the RV says it's supposed to be. And my own conclusion is we had 60 gallons of gas in the toy hauler, so that's roughly 350, 360 pounds. We had 110 pounds of propane in it, and we had the generator. So that right there are the things I think that aren't in the RV when they put that sticker on. But that camper was significantly heavier than we thought it was going to be unloaded, meaning we don't actually have the payload that we thought we had. Even though we were under the 20,000 pounds, we don't have 3,600 pounds of payload. We had more like, what's that, 2,500 pounds of payload?
Yeah.
Did you do the math? Did you do the math real quick?
I did not do the math. I can barely do math with a calculator. I don't do head math. But also, there were a couple of things that we did to the RV that added wood, like the platform on the Happy Jack system and things like that. But if you consider the weight of taking out the 2 extra couch units, the little, what is that, sleeper sofa or super sofa, whatever you call that. So we took 2 of those out. We took out the couches from the Happy Jack system. We took out a lot of things that came stock with the RV. So even with our added on mods, there's no reason for that much of a weight difference between what the sticker said and what we actually weighed. Now
our new roof, I think they said it was supposed to add 150 pounds. And our Gen Y is probably double the weight of a standard pin box. But still, I don't think that we had 1,100 pounds worth of add-ons to justify that thing being that heavy. I just think the sticker on the side is before they add the generator, and other things to it. So it's as light as it's ever going to be, but it's not the way they sell it to you. The way they sell it to you, it's probably closer to 17,000 pounds.
Hey, fun fact, someone in the comments told me that if you get a unit that has a washer and dryer from the factory, they send it to the dealer with the washer and dryer in the toy hauler because they don't want to install it up front, because you can only have 900 pounds in the bedroom section, including their furniture. I don't know what that thing weighs. I know it weighs a lot, the washer and dryer, and I don't know how true that story is, but 900 pounds up in the front of the RV where the master bedroom is, and that's supposed to be where your washer and dryer goes, that just doesn't seem like enough weight with all the built-ins that they have up there for you, plus your clothes and accessories and mattress. It just doesn't seem like 900 pounds is quite enough.
We've also had rumors, or heard rumors, that in the future, because of this, they're saying that even though we were under our 20,000 pounds, that the weight is not properly distributed. So don't be surprised if in the future, each area and baggage compartment has a weight rating for what's allowed to be in that area. So just because you can store 3,700 pounds of weight doesn't mean it can all go in the front. It has to be all over the place. And some of those big baggage pass-through doors actually cannot have that much weight in them at all. You just need to store really big stuffed animal bags.
Hey, we had those. Who knew we were supposed to be storing stuffed animals in the front of the RV?
Next question. What are you doing with all of your RV stuff?
And boy, do we have some RV stuff. Well, we got a sale, and we got a sale for you.
You guys will see in a soon video. Everything is for sale and on sale, so come and get it.
So the next one was, are we changing our name from Paving New Paths since we're not making RV content anymore?
We actually had several people comment that we shouldn't be making Paving New Path videos because we're not RVing. Well, newsflash, we haven't actually made an RV video in like 4 or 5 months. We haven't been on the road in that long. And the only time we've talked about the RV is when it's broken. So technically, the most recent history is we're just a broken RV channel, not actually an RVing channel at all. But no, we're not going to change our name. That's the reason we chose the name Paving New Paths.
We are going to pave a new path into whatever life holds next. So we were very intentional, I think I've said this in a lot of videos, in choosing our name for our channel. And we knew we wanted something that was going to travel with us no matter what stage of life we were in. Because our kids are young, we knew we weren't going to travel forever. So we chose Paving New Paths, and Paving New Paths is here to stay.
For those of y'all that haven't figured it out yet, we are breaking up with the RV life. So if you have to ask, are we done RVing? The answer is yes. We are done RVing, but we're not done YouTubing. This was another one that came up several times. Not really a question, more of a statement. Someone said, please do not sell the RV and be a sellout. Well, actually, selling the RV made me a sellout because I did sell out of it. I got rid of my problem. But the big reason, like, yes, I wanted to see it tore apart and show you guys all the problems. But at the end of the day, I would just be filming a broken RV. The reason we decided to sell out is because we made the RV go away. It went to a better home. It went to somewhere someone's going to actually use it because we bought it to travel. And since we can't travel, we no longer need it. So that's why we chose to be sellouts, get rid of our problem, and give it to someone who's actually going to use it.
And is it really selling out? I mean, if it was going to cost us to film it and fix it and have it torn apart and still be in limbo and not have answers, still be paying the note on it, still be paying the RV park, because what if we needed to bring it back to the RV park? Like, I don't think we're selling out. And at the end of the day, if someone you watched did sell out and had to sign an NDA or whatever they had to do, that's their personal decision.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk on the YouTube about all the people who signed NDAs and sold out. Look, we were never given the choice to even work with Grand Design or have an NDA or any kind of settlement, which we would have loved to have that conversation. In our case, we had to hold on to this broken RV for over 5 months now and front all the bills for taking care of it and trying to get it resolved. And we were blessed with the fact that someone who watches this channel wanted to use it as a permanent place for their property. So we were able to walk away from it. We did not make any money. We actually broke free and clear. Exactly what the bank wanted is what we got. So at the end of the day, we were going to be sellouts. Our original plan was to use the RV for 2 years and then sell it for probably more than we owed and walk away from this life. In the end, we got to see the world for 3 years. We did sell it, but we walked away from it free and clear just to get out from the problem that was. our broken RV. So Alecia, what is next for Paving New Paths?
So you've seen a glimpse into some of the things that the channel is about. You've seen Kevin ranching, you've seen us settling down, you've seen family time, you've seen us hanging out with friends, but that's not just what the channel is going to be about. So we're working on something right now that if things work out, we're going to have lots of content to bring you. It's going to be content where Kevin's going to be in the videos, I'll be in the videos, Phil and Lolo, the kids. We've got a lot of things planned. Man, have y'all seen that view behind us? It's really special.
And that view right there is your only hint. And I will go ahead and bust the bubble right now. The land is not actually anything to do with what we're talking about. And no, we're not getting our own ranch. This is just a piece of land that's close to what we're working on for videos for you guys. So, we hope you guys stick around. I think you'll really enjoy what we are looking at right now. I'm looking at it right now.
Hey, I think you should show them.
You want to show them?
Just give them a little hint.
All right, guys. We're going to show you what's next for Paving New Paths.